Greetings. Welcome to Baltimore once again. I want to, first of all, thank my good friend and fraternity brother, Mark Thomas, for his leadership of GBC and for bringing us all together today. Thank you, Carter, for introducing TechCo. Yes, we are the state's technology and life science venture capital arm, where we identify, support, nurture, and invest and scale early-stage tech and life sciences companies. We've been around for 25 years, and we do that in a very values-based way. We've had tremendous impact on the state of Maryland, over almost $3 billion of impact on the state of Maryland through the investments we've made through our investment funds that we've had. And we've had almost $1 billion of follow-on investments. And do this in a very intentional way. And we do this through a stage of funds that we have where we are identifying companies all the way from the very beginnings, where they could be a back of a napkin idea. And we literally have taken back of a napkin ideas. We also take opportunities that exist in our 5 research institutions. You just heard from Johns Hopkins. We do a lot of great work with Johns Hopkins. We also do work with University of Maryland in Baltimore, University of Maryland in Baltimore County, University of Maryland at College Park, and Morgan State University. We take those great things that are happening in those laboratories and bring them to market through our various venture funds. We have venture funds that go anywhere from our social impact funds, which are looking to invest in opportunities that may not ever look at institutional capital, but still will be a great opportunity here in Baltimore in the state of Maryland. And we're writing checks anywhere from $100,000, $150,000, all the way up to $2.5 to $3 million doing venture investments, early stage tech and life science venture investments. And we've done it in a very intentional way. We also support those companies through an effort called our Entrepreneur and Ecosystem Building, where we're taking coaches and other individuals into those companies and actually putting those people to work. And we also invest in the ecosystem as well. And so we also work with our federal labs here and there. We have, if you don't know this, there are more federal labs in the state of Maryland than any other state in the country. More than any other state in the country. And we work with them to bring those technologies out of the marketplace. We also recognize, though, that, as has been stated, and my friend Corey was just here talking about, and Jeff as well, that not everybody has the great opportunities. And so we're also very intentional about who we're investing in. As you just heard Corey and Jeff talk about, less than 1% of venture capital dollars went to entities started by someone of color or woman. At TechCo in 2023, 60% of the investments that we made, which was over 80 investments and almost $80 million, went to an entity either started by someone from a rural area, someone of color, or a woman. 60%, which is 1%. And we also are very focused on our women entrepreneurs. We have an institute that we have with there are 4 HBCUs here in the state of Maryland. I already mentioned Morgan State. There's also Coppin State that's also here in Baltimore. There is University of Maryland Eastern Shore, and then Bowie State University. We work with the 4 of them to really look at how do we help women entrepreneurs, not just black women, but all women entrepreneurs. How do we help them think differently and build a cohort so they can do their success? And so we've had 4 of these cohorts that have been extremely successful. We also have been able to invest across a number of projects across the state. We just had Senators Cardin and Van Hollen at our office to celebrate the almost $1.2 million of an earmark that we got to help facilitate that tech transfer out of the federal labs and into the hands of about 30 companies that we have. We're also investing in opportunities across the state. And so we see the Tech Hub, we're a big supporter of the Tech Hub here, and again, through Mark's leadership, thank you again for that, and GBC. But we're also investing across the state, so you see pictures here of opportunities across the state. For instance, the autonomous work that's happening in Southern Maryland, which is just some great work. But as I close, I do want to talk about, because I talk, people who know me here in Maryland and Baltimore, I talk in alliterations. And so you're here today and we expect you to invest. And we expect you to invest because of the 4 S's. And those 4 S's you're doing today. The first S is we need you to scale. We need your monies to scale. We've got to add a 0 to the things that we're doing here in the state of Maryland and here in Baltimore. But we're coming together, we're stitching. Brian talked about coming together. We're stitching things together. And I can't be more excited to see how we've come together as a community here in the region and stitching things together. And we know what we're doing today? We're storytelling. We're storytelling with real data. And so when you storytell with data, you gain access to resources. And those resources allow you to stitch and scale even more. And you get into a virtuous cycle of stitching and scaling and storytelling. And as I close, you stitch and scale. And I told you there were 4 S's. So you stitch, you scale, you storytell, because you create a higher level of stickiness for the companies that are started and stay here in Maryland. So I want to again thank you for your time, thank you for your interest, and let's continue to invest in Baltimore. Thank you.